The apocalypse is here. Blizzards are howling. As I huddled in my countryside villa, enjoying a lamb hot pot. My ex-wife and her boy toy were freezing, holding each other tight, gnawing on moldy, toxic buns, telling themselves,
At least we're rich. With money you can buy everything.
I remembered how he killed me for money. Better to use wealth to buy my life first. I'd been reborn. Right as Susan was shouting for a divorce, I drove out the surge of hatred. I agreed instantly. She didn't expect me to give up so easily, and kept asking in disbelief.
You actually agreed to the divorce? You better not be playing tricks again.
I glanced at the time. 10 days before the disaster strikes. There's not much time left. Now we're heading to the Civil Affairs Bureau. She's sitting there, smug and proud, eyes full of barely hidden delight. I fought the urge to kill him. When hunger and cold struck, he grabbed an axe and charged at me. That stabbing pain still felt like it was on my skull. This life, I'll make him pay in blood. When splitting the property, I only took all our savings. $200,000 and one car. Susan agreed in one go, and he even tried to take credit.
See how good I am to you. I walked away with nothing else.
I smiled full of sarcasm, pretending not to know the house wasn't for me anyway. And you thought I didn't know? He had won a $100 million lottery prize, trying to drive me away before claiming it all himself. I knew nothing in my past life, and still delusionally wanted to get back together. Until he brought that boy toy home. I finally realized the good wife I thought I had. You were already fooling around with another man. Then the disaster struck. The blizzard raged nonstop. The three of us shared one roof. Supplies are limited. They stole my last piece of bread and forced me out in the cold to search for supplies. But I refused to go. We argued fiercely. Then she grabbed an axe from nearby and swung it hard at me. As I was dying, I saw those two demons' glowing eyes. Hurry, this is fresh meat. I didn't even want the house. High rises in the city in the apocalypse. It's useless anyway. You might even get attacked by neighbors. This life, let that place be Susan's coffin. Submitted the divorce application. I quickly drove home to pack my things. Was halfway through packing. Susan also came back. Seeing his forced calm, I guessed he had already claimed the prize money. But I ignored it. I continued packing my clothes, especially the thick padded winter clothes.
Goodbye, G-Con. Take your junk and crawl back to your countryside. I'm going out to have fun.
Once Susan left, I rummaged nonstop through every drawer. She took all the winter clothes. Just like last time, she went to Sanya Beach with her boy toy. When we got back, it was right when the extreme cold started. Wearing thin clothes as soon as they got off the plane. So cold we couldn't stand it. They caught a chill from the temperature change and vented their anger on me for being late. Almost made me miss it too.
What a useless trash. Can't even drive properly.
When sweeping through the kitchen, I accidentally spotted a familiar axe. It was meant for chopping bones. But last life, it became my murder weapon. I stared for a moment, then picked it up casually. We put it on the table. Finally, I looked around. This doesn't look much different. The empty house. Installed hidden cameras at key secret spots. After finishing, I took my stuff, got in the car, and drove all night back to my rural home. I saw Mom and Dad. Tears burst out immediately. Last life, when power and internet were cut, I couldn't reach them one last time. Not knowing whether they'd made it through that disaster. Seeing me cry, they panicked, asking me what happened. I hesitated for a while. I still told them everything. Then told them everything about the apocalypse and rebirth. Mom cried in anger. Dad lit a cigarette and cursed. This isn't the time to talk about that. We must strengthen the house now. Stock up on food and supplies. Dad crushed the cigarette.
Fine, we'll do as you say. To improve the house's stability,
I hired a construction crew for full reinforcement. All windows were replaced with triple glazed glass. And we even made it double insulated. And 5 large solar panels were installed on the roof. The rooftop was sealed completely tight. When power's cut off, we'll still have power, able to live on self-generated electricity. We also need a heat source. Now rural homes rely on gas heating. But when gas is gone, the radiators went ice cold. We'll still freeze anyway. I dug out from storage the old stove we'd replaced. This kind of stove heats by burning coal. That's how we spent winters when I was a kid. But it hasn't been used for ages. It's all rusty now, and covered in dust. My dad saw me struggling. After asking clearly what was going on, he laughed.
you can't even buy coal now. Even if this stove works, it's useless. I'll buy you a better one.
Around that time of day, Dad came back with a small truck. A brand new pellet heater was set up on the platform. There were also over 100 bags of pellet fuel. A pellet heater can boil water and cook. The fuel lasts long. It's safe and eco-friendly. I put one in each of the 2 bedrooms upstairs. And in the living room. The other 2 went on the 3rd floor. I stored most of the fuel on the 1st floor. When the snow reaches over 10 meters, the 1st floor was completely uninhabitable. I'll just use it as a warehouse. After the workers installed the exhaust pipes, it was already very late. The 3 of us quickly ate dinner, then lay down to rest up for tomorrow's big day. The next day on Bimfinson Road, my dad went to the nearby market to buy freshly slaughtered pork, lamb, beef, chicken, and duck. I drove to a big supermarket to buy consumables, daily necessities, and ready-to-eat food. Mom stayed home to pick fruits and vegetables from the garden. It was September. The fruits and vegetables were plentiful, so the harvest was pretty good. At the supermarket, I first bought over 10 soft, warm duvets and electric blankets, and the long-down coats with the highest fill, and the most expensive ultra-thin thermal clothes. Then tissues, disinfectant, and daily chemicals. I loaded box after box into the cart. These all have long shelf lives, so stocking up won't waste them. I also took plenty of vegetarian foods, if we really can't cook. These can still fill us up. Walking out of the supermarket, passing a labor protection store, I went in and bought army coats, waterproof rain boots, waterproof down gloves, and lined masks. According to my prediction, if we survive the disaster, it will stay even colder for a while. When the time comes, we'll still need to clear huge amounts of snow by hand. Melting snow and draining water will need these. I was driving an SUV, not very big, so I made 3 trips to get everything home. Dad also bought quite a lot of meat, besides pork, lamb, beef, chicken, and duck, plus all kinds of bones, fish, live shrimp, and crabs. It was the best season for them. He also bought 5 boxes back. We also rented 5 commercial freezers to store the meat, even though it's freezing during the blizzard. Without a heater, the 1st floor was a natural ice cave. For these few days, the meat still needs to be kept in freezers. After we finished buying stuff, then we started helping Mom pick the melons and vegetables. My dad used the spare time. I also went and wholesaled a bunch of seasonings, and we filled a whole car with oil and flour and brought it back. And I checked my phone to see what was happening outside. I refreshed moments and my ex-wife's big face popped up. There were photos of her cheek to cheek with that boy toy. You could tell from the photos. They were having a great time in Sanya, eating a seafood feast. I genuinely gave him a thumbs up. Staying in hotels that cost thousands a night. Go on, play. Enjoy the last happy days of your life. I took a nice comfy shower. Then I suddenly realized something. That made all my hair stand up. We didn't store water. The blizzard cut off more than just power. And the pipes will freeze too. The water tank froze and cracked. We'd have to melt collected snow to drink. In low temperatures, snow melts slowly and it's filthy. The melted water is full of dust and sand. In my past life, she and the boy toy drank stored mineral water. I could only drink blood water. After drinking it, their stomachs hurt badly. The diarrhea wouldn't stop. It wasn't drinkable at all. At this time, there were less than 5 days left. Before the disaster in my last life, I hurriedly dried my hair and went to find Dad for a solution. Mom chased after me with a towel to wipe my hair.
What's the rush? What's the rush? If you don't dry it, you'll get headaches.
After hearing me out, Dad laughed mysteriously. Turns out he had already thought of this. I contacted an uncle who works at a factory. He had 3 stainless steel water tanks custom made, not only warm, all 304 steel. When they were delivered, it took up over half the yard. The amount of water they could store was enough for the 3 of us. It had been used for over half a year. Used sparingly, it can last a year with no problem. He also bought a large water purifier. So if the water gets polluted, then at least we wouldn't be helpless. After settling this big matter, I carefully recalled everything from my last life, thinking what else I still had to do. But my dad and mom suddenly thought of something. The corn in the field hadn't been harvested yet, so that corn still hadn't dried out. It wasn't harvest time yet, but with a blizzard coming, it'd be a pity to let it be ruined. So they hurried to contact a harvester to cut it early. This time it finally drew the villagers' attention. People stood at the field edge pointing and commenting.
I think you two planted fruit trees till you got muddled. It's at least 10 days before corn should be picked. If you harvest now, it'll mold. When dealers see it's too wet, they won't buy it.
My parents smiled and said it's no big deal. I kindly reminded the uncles too. This year's weather feels off. Better to harvest early for peace of mind.
What do you know, kid? How many times have you even worked the fields?
My parents ignored it after hearing that. I still felt uneasy. It was close to the disaster date. But the weather hadn't changed at all. Since I could be reborn, maybe the disaster wouldn't repeat. If it didn't happen like last time, then this season's harvest would be a real loss. I told them about my worries, but my parents just looked unconcerned, like,
If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. If so, that'd be best. Losing one cornfield for peace of mind is worth it.
The next day, the weather changed drastically. Normally, after the first autumn rain, it should have been cool autumn weather. But it suddenly heated up. The temperature shot up to 40 degrees. People all over the country were wailing. People complained, this autumn tiger is brutal. My heart sank further. Sure enough, last life it was also scorching for 2 days. On the afternoon of the 3rd day, a strong wind suddenly blew. The temperature suddenly dropped. Then the blizzard followed right after. I commented under related posts, saying the weather was abnormal, and telling people to stock up just in case. I got a wave of mockery instead. You're here to sell supplies, right? Someone said I'd read too many doomsday novels. Who would stock up in such hot weather? I felt powerless. I just hoped that short-lived reply could at least alert a few people. If anyone actually listened, that'd be the best. I tossed the phone aside and went back to work. Time was tight. Dad was installing partitions between floors so we could shrink the space and and improve heating. Mom was still circling around the stove. We steamed mantou and buns, made flatbreads and lots of dumplings, so we could just cook them straight later. Time sped by like that. Suddenly, the surveillance app on my phone alerted me. Someone arrived at that house from before. I saw it was her and the pretty boy who came back early. 1 day earlier than in my last life. I didn't know why they changed their schedule. But I saw through the cameras. They didn't show anything unusual. They complained about the damn heat, then went to sleep. What they didn't expect was, after that sleep, they'd wake up to a changed world. On the afternoon of September 5th, then the blizzard came without warning. I looked out at the swirling, heavy snow. Glad everything was prepared. The 200,000 yuan I had was all spent, plus the tens of thousands my parents chipped in for supplies. Enough for us to hold out a while. People online were cursing this damn weather. Some asked if something unjust had happened somewhere. Some realized something was wrong and started telling people to stock up, especially toward dusk. The snow still showed no sign of stopping. It kept getting thicker. I came out of the bedroom to see what they were having for dinner. But the living room was completely empty. I ran to the first floor and finally found Mom. She kept looking anxiously out the door. Mom, what's wrong?
Your dad. He still hasn't come back.
After lunch today,
He saw the wind picking up and said he'd go to your grandpa's to get something.
Mom, don't rush yet. I'll drive out to find Dad now. In the blizzard, visibility was extremely low, and the snow on the ground made walking impossible. Right then. Luckily, I thought ahead and put snow chains on the tires. Otherwise, I wouldn't have gotten back till midnight.
You still dare to act smug. You almost scared me and our son to death.
Dad ignored her and started unloading the car. First, some tools, like shovels, sickles, hammers, and a chainsaw. These tools could not only clear snow, it can even protect you at critical moments. In the apocalypse, people are often more dangerous than nature. Then a few sacks of persimmons.
These mashed persimmons you two love most are from that tree in front of our old home. Once it was almost done, I took it down.
Not sure if it was the strong wind or what. My vision was blurred for a moment. Then a dog jumped down from the car. Dad said he felt sorry for it, so he brought it back. You look strong. From now on, you're Daoje. At night, wind whistled through the door gaps. Woo! It kept me from sleeping. I saw the light on in the living room. It was Dad who brought over the thick plastic sheet. Dad was getting ready to board up the windows. That way it blocks wind and keeps warm. Dad, how's the breathability on this one you picked? Don't seal it so tight we get sick.
Oh right, forgot to tell you. When reinforcing the house, I also added a fresh air system. No matter how we seal windows, the air will stay fresh.
Once again, I admired Dad's foresight. I gave him a thumbs up. Since he didn't need me, I went back to my room. I picked up my phone to surf a bit. Right then, I saw the caller ID. It was Susan.
Does G Kun's house have thick quilts? I'm freezing to death here.
Thick quilts? I bought that. We got divorced, so of course I took them.
You even fuss over the bed and the quilt. You're just a country bumpkin who deserves junk.
I didn't want to listen, so I hung up directly. Then I opened the surveillance.
He dared to hang up on me. I'm furious. And is this AC broken? It's not warm at all.
All right, baby. Maybe it'll be cut off tomorrow. We'll cuddle and it won't be cold.
Tisk, yeah, you two just cuddle. Now we had stocked a lot of supplies, and the house was almost fully modified. But I still felt it wasn't enough. But in my last life, I didn't live long. So I don't know how long this disaster will last. I have no idea. What I can do now is just try to live long enough. According to my memories from the previous life, it should stop snowing for a few days tomorrow. Then the real disaster will come. We have to find a way to keep stocking up these 2 days.
Shelter upgrade goal completed. Supply gathering goal completed. System activated. Congratulations, host, for activating the Doomsday Warehouse system.
Well, I got a system too. Systems really are standard for reborn people. Judging from the name, it should give me a warehouse.
Right. This system grants the host a one-space warehouse. Besides this function, other functions are not yet unlocked. To unlock more, the host must survive enough days.
System functions require a certain number of survival days to unlock. Looks like this disaster will last a long time. I opened the resource space. I cracked up. How much stuff can a space this big hold? Storage space problem solved. Now I just need to stock as much as possible. Ooh, short on money. Still gotta find a way to get some money. I'll discuss it with Mom and Dad tomorrow morning. This blizzard period has passed. Next, the weather will stay clear. Dad, this warm-up is only temporary. In 2 days, the real disaster will come. Afraid Dad wouldn't believe me. I added, what I said is true. I need you to trust me. Dad laughed loudly. Hey.
How could I not believe you? You're my son. I'm your father. If I don't trust you, who would I trust?
I told Dad. We still needed to buy more. I also told him about the mysterious warehouse, but not about the system. So we still need to buy more. Because I also don't know how long the disaster will last. When will it end? Right now, the biggest issue is we don't have enough money.
Silly son, we can go to the bank.
Dad and I immediately, we drove to the bank. Went there to get a loan, of course. Not to rob them. After the loan, we headed to the supermarket. We were going to buy a bit more of what we bought before. After buying everything, I found a place with no people, put all the food and daily goods, and dumped it all into the system warehouse. And only leave one carload in the car. Don't ask why we didn't put it all in the space. We'd already driven there anyway. It just feels weird not to haul something back. On the way back, I checked my phone. And found people online also started to suggest the people taking orders for supplies. This time the reaction wasn't as harsh as when I said it before. There were still mocking voices, but most people still didn't take it seriously. I opened the surveillance to check what my ex-wife was doing. He was arguing with the boy toy.
Shanshan, no one's even taking delivery orders. No delivery either?
I'll give you money. Go buy something for us to eat.
Shanshan, look at how skinny I am. If I go out, won't I be buried in snow?
You're a grown man. What's wrong with going out to buy food? You still want this weak little woman to go out and buy it.
Why is it always me? I made it clear. I'd rather starve than give in. Then jump out from here. Can't even go buy a bit of food.
Say that again, and I'll beat you.
Then they started arguing. After watching for a bit, I exited the surveillance. Soon after, our car reached home too. After getting out, Dad and I hurried to unload things. After unloading, Dad went to park the car. I carried things inside.
Wow, so much food! Mom, I want to eat. Oh, little Gia, are you guys planning to sell all this stuff?
I looked closely. It was our next door neighbor, old Wang's wife next door. We call her Aunt Wang.
Look at you. I told you back when you were hoarding stuff. Don't buy that. The snow will stop in a bit. See, you didn't believe me. You bought so much, and now you can't sell it, right?
I was about to speak, but she spoke again.
My kid wants to eat your snacks. You have so much at home. Give my son a little to eat.
Just want to eat a little. Do you need to talk so much? I opened the box of instant noodles and took out 2 cups.
Why are you so stingy? So many boxes. Just give me a whole box. We've been neighbors for so many years.
When I didn't move, she just reached out to grab it.
Why are you so stingy? So many boxes. Just give me one. We've been neighbors for years.
Aunt Wang, grabbing like this isn't good, right? And I paid for this. If I want to give it, I will.
Why are you fussing with a child? Respect the old and love the young, okay? He's still a kid. You should let him.
I'm not his dad. Why should I give way to him?
When you're a person, don't be so petty. Taking a loss is a blessing.
Then I wish you blessings as deep as the Eastern Sea and life as long as the Southern. Flower. Just as we were arguing, someone flew out, rushed out.
Who is bullying Silly Funny TV, aka my son? Hey, isn't this little Wong? I saw someone bullying my son. You didn't get hurt, did you? I accidentally kicked it over. See? I don't know my own strength. You totally did that on purpose.
Hey, don't hold it against me.
I'm old, my body's bad, and I have heart issues. Taking a loss is a blessing. And as the old said, suffering a loss is a blessing. Right?
You're bullying me.
Son, give that whole box of instant noodles to Aunt Wang. Let her take it home and eat well. Go home and eat instant noodles then.
Go home and eat instant noodles.
You ungrateful little thing. Even Mom hasn't eaten it. That's the point, right? Don't you run.
The older the ginger, the spicier. Dad, you're still the best.
That's right. To deal with this kind of person, you gotta use this kind of method.
After that little episode, we moved the supplies into the house. Most of the food from the storage was put into the space warehouse. Only the food in the 3 freezers wasn't put in. After a whole day of work, Mom made lots of dumplings that night. We ate, showered, and went to bed early. Early the next morning, I was woken by noise. I came out and saw some relatives in the living room, talking to my parents.
Second, Uncle heard your family won the lottery lately. Heard from the neighbors you've been buying all kinds of food. And fixing the house. Second, Uncle, you know I have an 80-year-old elder above. And an 8-year-old daughter below. So poor, they can't even keep the pot going. Second, Uncle, just lend me some money, okay?
And my grandpa, lend me some too. I'm gonna buy my kid a basketball. I'll pay you back in 2.5 years.
I cut in here. Cousin, we've been renovating the house lately. So we're not very flush either. Why don't you try credit loan?
No! Those things you have to pay back!
Have you looked at your face? It looks like an ass. Where'd you get the confidence to ask me for money, huh?
All right. If you came to borrow money, you can leave. We really don't have money. Look, this was all from a loan.
It clearly said, loan info in black and white.
So there's no money after all! And we came here in this cold. Fine, let's go.
I watched their backs as they left. Dad still told them.
The weather is wrong. You'd better stock some food, just in case.
The sky's cleared. What could happen? Looks like to them it was just a gust of wind. Recently, I heard you, kid, actually divorced Susan. Huh? Could it be the whole family's been shocked already?
That's what they thought. Watching their backs as they left, I let out a small sigh. The weather will change tomorrow night. There's still time. Hope they listen to the warning. Time flew by. The next evening, the weather suddenly changed. Then heavy snow started falling. Finally, everyone started hoarding. Crowds rushed into supermarkets to sweep supplies. And I was at home eating hot pot. Watching shows while watching the snow outside. I opened Jing Kwang. Susan and her boy toy were wrapped in quilts on the sofa. There were leftover instant noodles on the coffee table.
Let's go. Everyone is sealing their houses now. We should hurry to the supermarket, too. If we're late, nothing will be left.
Just as the two were about to set out, a WeChat notification popped up. Turns out it was from the property group I hadn't quit yet. Someone had Ed everyone.
Anyone need supplies? We're gonna buy some. If you need anything, drop a message, one in the group. Then transfer 300 as a deposit.
For a moment, the chat was full of one and transfer red packets. Then Susan also typed in and even sent a big red packet.
Handsome, you must buy more for me, okay? Because I just turned 18.
Damn. We were bored, so we took out cards. To play Do Diju. Dao Zhe ran around excitedly beside us. The stove was burning hot. The whole room was toasty. Dad's plastic sheets really kept out the cold air. Not even a draft could get in. Then Mom took out the dried sunflower heads and told me to eat the seeds straight from them. Dad brewed hot tea, and I played music on the tablet. The whole family was laughing and playing, totally forgetting it was freezing outside. Meanwhile, over at Susan's, they were still licking on the snacks they bought, pitifully waiting for the property to deliver supplies. Next day, I was woken by my phone vibrating. I opened it and saw. Turned out it was Susan adding everyone in the group like crazy before. The person who said he'd buy supplies still hadn't replied. I accidentally tapped his profile. I burst out laughing. His name was Big Donkey. After the apocalypse came, he relied on controlling a large batch of property supplies. He became a little tyrant during the disaster. Last life, Susan made me go beg him for food. Who knew after he got Long Yang, I almost got detained. This life. Him obediently, spitting out Susan's supplies, as if was in my phone. I pulled up the blanket and went back to sleep. I slept till noon. I was about to grab an ice pop to wake up. Then we smelled a rich, meaty aroma. Turns out Mom had stewed lamb spine hot pot. The lamb spine was braised rich and fragrant, tender and falling off the bone, with all kinds of meat rolls and vegetables and tofu products as sides. I dipped it in sesame paste and chive sauce and ate away happily. Then I saw Mom's lips move a few times. But she hesitated to speak. Mom? Do you want to say something? Mom paused for a moment and said,
Every time I think of what you said about the last life, I get so sad I can't sleep. You must have been in so much pain back then.
My dad also put down his chopsticks and stomped his foot.
It's our fault we didn't protect you. In this life, we'll make it up to you double.
Seeing them worry about me and blame themselves for me, I silently swore that in this life I'd take good care of my parents. At the same time, my hatred for Susan also reached its peak. After eating, I took a photo of the lamb spine hot pot with my phone. The photo right when it came out. I glanced at the heavy snow outside. Edited the photos into a 3x3 grid and posted to Moments. Visible to Susan only. After posting, I started scrolling videos. In less than 80 minutes. Susan sent a video call. I declined, then she called again. As soon as I picked up, she started roaring into my ear.
Ji-kun, where are you? Why can you still eat hot pot?
Chi-Chi, you told me to get lost. Why do you care where I go?
You went back to the countryside. You went back to your parents' place, right?
I took a photo of a corner of the newly done house. I sent it to her. You think this is my folks' place? Susan went silent. 2 months ago, I had just brought her here. Now it was so newly renovated. It really didn't look like that old rural building. Then her tone softened.
Kunkin, I was wrong. I only asked for a divorce because I was impulsive. I regret it now. Tell me where you are. I'll come to you, okay? Your wife is really starving. It's cold and hungry here. Without you, it doesn't work. Can you bear to let me starve?
The shop got emptied this fast. I couldn't help but sneer. Susan, you're really shameless. Don't you have your boy toy with you? Tell him to get you food.
Kunkin, don't misunderstand. He's just a friend.
Even a dog wouldn't believe what you said. Right, Daojie? Susan, I advise you to behave yourself. Go reflect. I hung up. I opened the surveillance. I saw Susan shove the boy toy.
You're a grown man and totally useless. Hurry and see if there's anything to eat at home.
Then I saw them rummaging everywhere. But their snacks seemed to be all gone. Only piles of trash bags were left. In the end, they could only gulp down water. Drink, drink. By then, even purified water will be gone. Now you know how luxurious you were. Then Susan suddenly ran to the boy toy and whispered in his ear.
Baby, this isn't right.
What's not right? We're about to starve. I can't stand it. If you love me, come with me.
Then the two of them slipped out sneakily. The boy toy. They sneaked towards someone's house. I checked the surroundings. After confirming no one was around, he waved to Susan.
This house?
This one. So many snack bags by their door. They must have lots of food. Baby, wait a sec. I went to pick the lock and the drawer popped open.
Inside, the owner was watching a movie. Just then, here's Johnny. While he wasn't looking, they tied him up directly.
Her, this chubby kid's family eats real filling stuff.
I've been hungry for days. Hurry and search. Don't leave anything.
Okay, he said, and kept rummaging for food. Using the same method, they robbed several more houses. 1 or 2 hours later, they showed up again on the surveillance.
Quick, lock the door.
At this moment, I noticed they were carrying several big bags. They opened the bags and it was all snacks. They must have been starving. They wolfed it down. Looking closely, they were both injured, with blood at the corners of their mouths. Yeah, looks like they went robbing. Looks like because I left, some parts of the previous life plot changed. In my last life, when they had no food, they chose to eat the dog directly. Thinking of that still makes my head ache. Then WeChat suddenly exploded with messages.
Those damn beasts. I was at home watching a horror movie. The two of them barged straight into my house. They tied me up and stole all my food. How am I supposed to live like this?
Absolutely heartless. I was taking a dump. Two people broke in. Didn't say a word and tied me up. An empty muffin full of pants.
Me too, I got robbed.
I was robbed as well.
Message after message of cursing. All came from people who'd been robbed. But no one responded. I let out a silent sigh. This was clearly, it reminded everyone of that devil in their hearts. When people are starving and freezing, can't buy supplies, and see no future, with death hanging over them at any time, then morals become the least important thing. Once someone starts it, then no one else had to worry about it. Snow kept falling for several days. The snow piled up to the windowsill. The temperature dropped to minus 20 degrees Celsius. Even with Mom's delicious food to heal us, time still felt long in the boring wait. Just then, knocking on the door broke the peace.
Lao Ji opened the door.
It's Lao Bao.
The person wasn't a stranger. It was our village chief from Kaiksu village, all arrogant.
Your house is so warm. Nice, nice.
Chief, what brings you here?
Is this Zhao Ji? He's grown so big. I came for nothing else. Last time I saw you, you'd just come to my place. Just to get some food. Now that the blizzard's here, nobody in the village stocked up. Everyone's almost out of food. So I thought, since I'm the village chief, everyone bring the food at home over to my place. I'll come and redistribute for everyone. That way, everyone can survive.
Chief, I understand everyone's situation, but I can't hand it over that easily. But this food was earned by my family's hard work. Besides, our family's food might only be enough for us.
Come on, you should be generous. At a time like this, we should unite. Get through it together, right? And your family definitely has food. We all saw you stocking up a lot. Before the blizzard hit.
That's not right. Also, the snow stopped for 2 days. Rural homes should have stored quite a bit of grain. I saw everyone out working. It shouldn't be gone so fast. Even if you eat rice every day. After all, it's only been a week.
Dad was right. The food shouldn't have run out so soon. At that moment, the village chief looked hesitant.
Oh, the food was sold.
Sold? A few days ago, some people from the city came. They bought grain at 10 times the price. So the villagers hurried to harvest everything and sell it. They also sold the stored grain. I didn't know what to say. All I could think was idiots.
We thought it was just an ordinary heavy snow.
Then I said, Chief, to be honest, we actually don't have food either. Those saying we have food are just rumors. Didn't the snow stop earlier? We sold our stock then too, to cut our losses. Who knew it'd snow again? Dad saw me lie without blushing, and secretly gave me a thumbs up with all my years of experience. Please, I'm super sharp.
I've ruled Kaitsu village for years. I'm known for being old and crafty. Okay, this brat must be lying to me. Wanna fool me? Dream on?
Seeing the doubt in his eyes, I said, I'm not trying to trick you. If you don't believe me, just come with me. I led him to the storage room. A few days ago, after watching Susan's camera, I put all our stored food into the space. Don't fear thieves, just fear thieves thinking about you. We barely have enough ourselves. We really can't give any, so I plan to store it all away. But my dad said to keep some. See, we just have this bit.
No, they can't only have this. We only saw stuff going in. Could they have a cellar? I didn't see anything come out. TCH, so you only have this much to eat.
I thought there'd be so much.
Since you won't give, Then when we allocate, your family won't get any.
Then don't worry about it.
Seeing how calm they were? They must be hiding food. Gotta think of a way to make them hand it over.
From now on, keep doors and windows shut.
If someone knocks, we should try not to open.
The next day, the temperature plunged. It dropped to minus 50 degrees Celsius, even with the stove burning. The room was also letting in gusts of cold air. It still wouldn't get warm. We could only switch on the electric blankets, wearing thermal underwear and thick loungewear. And sipping hot tea anytime was the only way to make it bearable. Then another bad news came. Power was out, and the internet was down too. We were completely cut off. What we didn't expect was the solar panels we installed. It didn't help much. Because even if the solar panels were strong, half of them were buried in snow. Plus the sky was so dark. There was barely any sunlight to capture. Luckily, Dad had already prepared several large batteries, and I had over 10 fully charged power banks. So we didn't fall into trouble right away. Thankfully, the pellet heaters didn't need electricity. Originally, we wanted the three of us to sleep in one room at night, so it'd be warmer. But sleeping on the floor was too cold. We couldn't stay on it. Plus, Dad's snoring was too loud. Only then did he drop it. The cold days made everyone lose spirit. The poker cards were put away. No one wanted to play. Then I saw Dad holding two dusty things. The only thing working was the radio. One was a telescope, the other a radio. After tuning for a long time, he got a signal. Citizens, please don't worry. Don't panic. Don't give up hope. You must actively save yourselves. Also, the power lines were being actively repaired. Supplies are being distributed gradually. Hearing a voice from outside finally settled us down. Life didn't feel that hard anymore. Mom made spicy dried barbecue. I chewed while reading comics. When I got tired of chewing, I ate a hot sticky rice bean bun. After eating, it was sticky and sweet, and it felt amazing. When my eyes got tired, I used the telescope to look far outside the window. Even though it was still all white outside, nothing much changed. But every time I looked, my heart flew out with it. But I didn't expect that quiet life was broken one night. At RAM, when we were sleeping soundly, two figures were sneaking around.
Hey bro, get up! Sorry, stepped on you.
Keep your voice down. Don't wake them. By the way, what's with your outfit?
It's not our first time stealing here. Wearing this makes it more immersive.
Watch your mouth. Stop talking nonsense. We're here to find where they hid their food. How is that stealing?
Say, bro, why are we helping that old man?
On the surface, he's the village chief. He's secretly the boss of Kaiksu village. People call him Fair-Faced Saisu King. If we help him, 1, we get on his good side. 2, we can pocket some stuff. They only have 3 people, and 2 of them can't fight. So, it's in the bag.
Haha, you're smart, bro. Unlike me who only knows how to.
Shut up, Har! You yeah. On a serious note, got any way in on your side?
No, all the windows here are locked. And looks like the window was reinforced. Solid as a rock.
Breaking it won't work either. Too loud, they'll wake up. This is the last window. If it doesn't work, we go back and get a locksmith.
Hey, bro! It opened! It opened!
Nice. Nice. You get an extra drumstick tonight. All right, all right. Stop laughing and get in. What kind of frozen hell is this? So cold, could the end of the world really be real?
Bro, we really got in this time. It's pretty warm in here. SHH.
Keep your voice down and go look.
Then the two of them sneaked inside.
I'll take left. You take right. We split up. Meet at the bathroom downstairs when we find it. Oh, better.
At the same time, on the other side.
Storage room. High chance they hid food here. What? Such a big room and only this much food. And it doesn't look like there's a cellar. This old liar. Forget it. Let's bag all this anyway.
Just then, something familiar rolled to his foot.
Hey, what's this?
He picked it up, clang, clang.
Shit!
I was startled by the sudden loud noise. Just then I heard rustling sounds outside. I realized someone had broken into the house. The thieves are in the house already.
I didn't know!
Quickly stepped out of the bedroom door. I went to the living room and saw someone rummaging through things. I shouted. He seemed startled and turned to look at me. Seeing there was only me, he let out a mocking smile. Seeing him look down on me, I didn't hold back. I threw Daojie out. Daojie pounced and bit down hard.
Don't come closer. I know Kung Fu.
Then Daojie rushed up and wrestled with the thief. The scuffle woke up my parents too. I quickly told Mom and Dad what happened. Dad has a hot temper. He rushed over without a word. This is Scorpion Palm. This is Mountain Splitting Palm. Tornado destroys the parking lot. Damn, Dad's this fierce?
It was your dad. He was once runner-up in the Kaixa Village Championship.
Hey, that was years ago.
While we were talking, the thief suddenly jumped up. The thief darted straight toward the bathroom. He was so fast we didn't react in time.
Oh dang. Just gee wait. I'll be back for sure. Hey, where's now? 2, go, quickly.
With that he jumped down. Then he pulled something out.
No. 3, you're the reliable one.
I didn't get in. Hey, I didn't get in.
We didn't know if they had people behind them, so we didn't chase after them. But after a while, there was no more movement. So Dad and I went to find where they got in. We found the bathroom window hadn't been locked. That's how they managed to slip in, because we ran out of plastic sheets. We had only locked the window. So Dad brought boards to seal it up, so cold air wouldn't blow in. Damn nice. Back in the bedroom, saw Mom checking if Daojie was hurt. Mom, did Daojie get hurt?
Except for a small cut at the corner of his mouth. He was fine.
I looked at Daojie. He didn't look like he was in pain at all. He stuck his tongue out and grinned, looking so proud. I couldn't help laughing. Gave the dog a pat. I fed him a piece of dried meat.
We really owed tonight to Dao Jie. When it's serious, he really goes all in.
Tomorrow, I'll make you something tasty to reward you.
None of us really slept that night. We just made do on the sofa. At dawn, Mom got up to cook bone soup for Dao Jie. To nourish him, Dad and I used the telescope. We carefully checked where the robbers came from. To check the direction, those two thieves probably came from over there. The snow had reached the second floor. It was easy for them to climb over. Luckily, this window wasn't locked. Then they got in. Dad, I feel these two thieves are tied to the village chief. The thing is, they didn't take anything. Instead, it felt like they were looking for something specific. And this happened right after the chief came. This can all be such a coincidence, right? But it's fine. Even if they look, they won't find much.
We should reinforce the house.
Dad frowned for a long time. Then Dad suddenly remembered something and ran straight to the storage room. Then we saw Dad carry out over 30 big mouse traps. These were originally for the orchard. Dad hadn't used them before, afraid they were too strong.
Now they were finally useful.
Dad set them all around the house. Dad, you sure they'll catch anyone?
As long as the snow doesn't exceed a person's height, they'd always step right on it. Even if it does, it's fine. If not, we'll reset them. Hee hee, let's see if they dare come again.
After setting them up, we went to drink Mom's bone soup. Just then, finally, some good news came. At our house, while we were enjoying the soup, then the lights inside suddenly flickered. The whole room suddenly lit up. Power was back. Dad reacted the fastest. He shouted,
Quick, bring out the batteries and power banks and charge them.
We all got busy at once. Soon, every device was plugged in. Watching everything charging again. I couldn't help sighing. The state grid really is strong and reliable. I pressed my phone's power button. America has apple. China has pineapple. The pineapple phone screen lit up. The familiar home screen showed up. I checked the network. Found the network was back too. During the power outage. Was the surveillance still recording? Turns out the cameras had batteries. So they kept recording and saved the videos. When the network was restored, they started uploading to me again. I tapped open Legend. I skipped through the videos. Sure enough, I found a whole scene. Just a few days ago, maybe they'd run out of food again. Susan and the boy toy had a big fight. They even got physical. But I knew Susan was stronger. I've experienced it myself, facts are facts.
I'm done with this life. You useless piece of trash. How did I ever like you?
Susan, everything you ate these days was what I robbed. And it was clearly food I got. What right do you have to talk about me? But you ate more than me, and you still call me trash. I didn't even say you. But you had the nerve to call me first.
You! Break up! Break up!
You really think I don't know? You hooked up with old Wong in 438. So eager to kick me away? You want to go find him, huh? True, now everyone's guarding against us. If I can't rob stuff, I'm worthless, right?
After hearing that, Susan got furious and fought with the boy toy again. Then she went out. I opened the surveillance again. Wanted to see how they were doing now. Because of the power outage earlier, the AC at the boy toy's place was useless too. He curled up on the bed, covered with layer after layer of clothes, even summer t-shirts on top. Like a man-made little tomb. He didn't move for a long time. Just when I thought he was frozen, he slowly stretched out a hand, feeling around for the AC remote, and even plugged in his phone to charge. Seeing this, I couldn't help but sigh. He actually still wasn't dead. I wondered how he'd even survived till now. Just then, he started stuffing into his mouth. Little white clumps. Looking closely, it was silk from the silk quilt. He'd actually survived on silk. But judging by how weak he was, not far from keeling over. I thought of what the two of them did to me in my past life, and suddenly an idea came to me. I video called the boy toy. He declined once, I called again. After I kept calling like that, he finally answered.
What do you want?
When the call connected, he saw me looking healthy and was stunned. Yo. Looking at you these days haven't been good, huh?
If you just called to laugh at me, I'm hanging up.
Don't. Looking at you, you won't last long. Look at you. I told you before Susan's not a good person. See? She betrayed me and now she dumped you. You're here starving almost to death. And Susan is still out there enjoying herself. Think about it, you did everything in that relationship. Why should she get all the benefits? He won the lottery and didn't give you a cent. And she kept bossing you around. Now you're freezing and starving, and she's eating well. You okay with that? Aren't you mad? After I said that, I saw his eyes flash viciously. It gradually turned starry. Then I hung up. Let those two scumbags torment each other. In my past life, that boy toy was just as guilty. He not only stole my clothes, he joined Susan to beat and scold me. Wouldn't even give me half a steamed bun. And forced me with Susan to go out for supplies. Even wanted to finish me off and seal me in. Since it's this life now, how could I let him live easy? I switched back to the surveillance. The boy toy crawled out from the pile of clothes. He was smashing the appliances like crazy, from the bedroom to the living room. Soon they were scuffling again. Then I saw him slump on the sofa in a daze. Then he took out his phone and called. As expected, it should have been Susan. He called, she hung up. Then he picked up a weapon and stormed out. Very soon, he brought another person back. He dragged Susan in roughly and dragged her into the house, slammed the door, and started beating and scolding. The once overbearing Susan, now she was completely overpowered by the boy toy. I looked at Susan. After a few days apart, she was actually in better shape than before. The pretty boy also seemed to see she was doing fine. He cursed right away.
You ungrateful bitch! I fed you well before. You went out to enjoy yourself and didn't think of me. You even dared to dump me for real, only thinking about staying alive yourself. Did you ever think of me? I was about to starve to death.
Since when has Susan ever been scolded like this? She snapped back right away.
What? You've got no skills. And still want me to starve with you? Don't think you're that important. If I want to kick you, I'll kick you anytime.
As soon as she said that, the boy toy lunged. The two of them started brawling. The boy toy's moves were vicious. But because he hadn't eaten for so long, very soon he didn't realize he was being pressed down by Susan. He was clearly weak in the video, so his hand kept groping for something to fight back with. Then he touched the axe. The same axe he'd smashed my lock with. He raised it and smashed it at Susan's head. Susan collapsed on the spot. The boy toy stood up and panted a few times, until there was no more sign of movement. Then his face showed excitement. like someone who was starving to the extreme. That look when he saw food. You can all guess what happened after. Looking at Susan lying motionless on the floor. Was I happy? Not really. Was I sad? Not really either. Maybe because I didn't take revenge with my own hands. I wasn't afraid either. But I was really grateful to heaven. Being given one more chance to be reborn. For letting me get revenge. And for letting me stay with my family. I calmed myself and left the bedroom. Just in time for a meal. I told my parents this good news. Dad didn't say anything. Just smiled. And went to get his hidden good liquor. We raised the rich, fragrant wine together. We clinked our glasses heartily. To celebrate truly being reborn. To celebrate our family's real reunion. With Susan gone, I didn't open it again. It was like a whole world was erased from my life through that surveillance. Then I started focusing on how the disaster was going. It had been over a month since the disaster began. This blizzard showed no sign of letting up. Countless people across the country had frozen or starved to death. But the government kept airdropping food and supplies, and rushing to repair the lines, even not knowing if this would ever end. The government also never gave up even a bit of hope. They never gave up on people. In those days of frequent power and network outages, we relied on the radio broadcasts to keep our spirits up, and got through day after day. Later, some people also came to scout our house. All left empty-handed. Some even got hurt by our traps. After that, no one tried our house again. Just like that, time passed almost a year. Outside, more than a month ago, the temperature was already like that. The temperature reached -70°C. The house was long buried in snow. Thankfully, Dad had reinforced it, so it didn't collapse. Whenever the snow got too deep, we just shoveled it off. We cleared it so it wouldn't bury the whole house. Then one ordinary night, the wind and snow stopped quietly. At first, people still feared this was just a short pause. But then the sun came out, pushing away the heavy clouds, and drove away this nightmare-like disaster. This disaster took many lives, but with the government's daily airdrops and other ways, many still survived. Dad and I geared up and started clearing the remaining snow and signed up as volunteers to help. When society slowly recovered, people's lives also returned to normal. I made a trip back to my old apartment. After the disaster, the neighborhood was much more desolate. I went into the unit and saw a total mess. On the floor lay a shriveled corpse. It was the boy toy. I carefully walked around him, found Susan's documents, then went to open the funeral home procedures. I also handed the police a copy of the surveillance video, the part where the boy toy killed someone. Lastly, I went to the Civil Affairs Bureau. With the death certificate, I canceled the divorce application and legally inherited the more than 70 million she hadn't spent. After paying off the loan, after handling everything, I went back to my parents. They smiled and said, "Welcome home."